But first and foremost, I'd like to invite Denise Athis up to the stage. Can you help me welcome her? All right, now, Denise, okay, we've been talking here on the show about, why the Christmas season is also called the silly season, and I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you any question, all right? So, you are a spoken word artist, yes?
That's correct.
All right, and you also subscribe to Christianity. You're a believer.
Unashamed.
Awesome, okay. Well, my question is, there's been a lot of backlash from the religious community saying that they don't like the removal of the nativity scene from public places, and they also don't like the political correctness of the season. Saying things like Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas. What's your take on this?
That's a very good question, Stan. I can actually understand their frustration because I once was frustrated too. But I've come to take solace in knowing this one fact. Unless the world actually changes the name altogether, Christmas to Happy Holidays as a national holiday, Christ will always be included because you cannot spell Christmas without including him. So I take rest in this one fact that he was, he is, and he is to come. So irregardless of how they try to seclude him, he is. And so that's my piece, and that's what I would say to someone else.
There you have it. There you have it. Wow. All right, well, just one more question. Now, I understand that you have a ministry. Can I call it that, a ministry?
You can.
All right, and it's called His Mouthpiece. That's the name. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Certainly, Stan. So a couple of years ago, God laid on my heart that he has gifted me in a very unique way. He showed me that I had a gift of encouragement, and so I would speak occasionally here or there for many years in form of poetry or conferences or whatever. But just this year, after my birthday actually, I launched His Mouthpiece. And what it simply is, it has two missions, and that's to honor God and to uplift others. So whether it's me speaking on my inspirational call bi-weekly, or if I'm speaking in person to someone, or if it's on Facebook or any social media thread, I am simply trying to do one thing, is to honor God and uplift people and never be ashamed of Jesus Christ while I'm doing it.
Wonderful. Uplifting people. Now, that's a message that I can buy into. Now, you have a piece to perform for us today. Can you tell us about it, your motivation about this piece?
You asked some good questions, Stan. So yes, I can tell you about it. Actually, this is not a piece that I wrote. It's a piece that really encouraged me, and I think is very befitting to this season. It's by a spoken word artist. His name is Aiken Kai, and he's actually from Singapore. And he wrote this piece called Love Came Down, and I want to share it with those who want to hear it. So that's what I'm going to share today.
Awesome. Okay, I won't hold it back any longer. Without further ado, world acclaimed spoken artist, Denise Athis. Give it up for her.
It wasn't that man was looking for God, but God went looking for man. And though he broke our yokes and released our chains, we still make gods with our own bare hands. We fell aside time and time again because we could not feel. We complained that we could not touch or see or hear, so how could God be real? We've forgotten the grace that was given us, even a breath, a blessing still. And we've left living waters to carry broken pails that could never, ever be filled. We're prone to wonder, we're prone to lust, we're prone to sin, and we're prone to hate. And our only hope is the only hope of a love that came so great. No, it wasn't that man was looking for God. We were actually running away. But our last resort was God's first choice, so he made a way. Divinity and humanity converged on this broken stage. No mighty man, no chariots of fire, but a baby was born instead. He lived in our world, and he walked my road. He looked me eye to eye. A human life like yours and mine was born so that he could die. For a dying world on the outside, and for my wretched soul within, he came to right my wrongs. He came counting the cost. He stretched out his arms for every failure and doubt. He died upon the cross. And so you're asking me why I would give my life of the gospel. I am truly unashamed. It's because of Jesus Christ who died for me, and on the third day he rose again. You see, it wasn't that we were looking for God, but God was waiting for me. I was the one who left my father's house because I thought that I needed to be free. But there is no mount on earth that is higher than his love, and he had to let me go so that I could find out. It was a dirty, filthy, and cruel world that I soon would remember what true love was about. So when I was back on my way, so far from home, so blind I could barely see, love came down with a ring and a robe. My father, he ran to me. So this season for me is not about the gifts, the trees, and the lights, the people you meet and the food you eat, or even this Christmas service this afternoon. But I once was dead and now I'm alive. I once was lost and now I'm found. And it wasn't because I went searching for God, but because his love came down. I hope it blessed you.